Okay, good. Anyway, so we're from Nashville and in Nashville. I'm sure you've all gone there from time to time. How many people have been to the Bluebird Cafe? All right. Well, the Bluebird, they have a writer in the round format where they the hit songwriters will come and they'll sit in a circle in the middle of the room and they'll play their songs and the other writers will play along. And it's really cool to hear the original versions of the songs before the artist that recorded them for the radio, that became the song that everybody knew, but you get to hear what it sounded like when it first got invented. And so we like to do that in the show. We sit down and we're going to simulate the Bluebird for a few songs and kind of show you what we did in our day jobs before we became writers. Back when we were writers, then we became writers. See, we swapped the T for the D. I don't think that's going to catch on. Okay. Kenny, why don't you start us off with a song and the story behind the song?
Am I crazy, or do we have something else on the set list?
Talk to your wife, Gary.
So anyway, we got married by the way. Oh, I can't read. I'm sorry. I'm so
Thank God you can cook.
Okay, Kenny, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so story behind. All right, this song goes back to when I was a senior in high school, and which was 23 years ago or so. As I guess we go. And I think we were all in school together, if I remember right. And I was supposed to be studying for finals, and instead I wrote a song, which is now paid for my kids' finals. Which is, thank you, God. And a couple years after that, I moved out, got myself my first job, was as a songwriter for ABC. I made $100 a week. And my first apartment paid $65 a month for. It was half a duplex in East LA. So I was living pretty large, as you can imagine. No, that was not 1912. That was just a really shitty place to live. But I did it because I was a kid. And in those days, the way you got your songs heard was you would go to the different parties around Hollywood, and all the writers would show up, and we'd sit in a circle, much like the Bluebird format now, and we'd trade tunes. And so that kind of motivated me to get a new song written for the next party, and I kept going with that. At this one particular party that I was at, there were three guys there from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, who they have not yet hit. Yeah, I'll tell them to sit down. They loved the song about the bear, that I'd written a song about a particular bear. And they wanted to do that song, and they were all set to do it. About 2 months into that process, I was really excited because I was fresh out of high school. I'd never had a song recorded before. And about 2 months into the process, John McEwen, who was the leader of the Dirt Band, called me, and he said, "Kenny, I hate to tell you this, but we're not going to be able to record that song." What's up? He said, "Well, we've been inundated with phone calls from the Disney attorneys telling us to cease and desist. They seem to think they have this thing called a copyright that they have on that bear, and it's not going to happen." And I remember I was going on a date that night, and I was, he said the Disney lawyers put the kibosh on it. And I told my girlfriend, "Wow, I thought I had my first song recorded, but the Disney lawyers killed it in the water." And she said to me, "Disney lawyers? Well, let me talk to Daddy about that." Well, this gets really good. I didn't realize that I was dating the daughter of the CEO of the Disney Corporation. And that was a beautiful thing. 30 years ago. And his name is Winnie the Pooh. So she took me home, and I sang House of Pooh Corner for her daddy. I was sitting on the living room rug, and she's looking up at him going, "Please, Daddy," and he knew he was trapped. And I'm sure he was looking down at me going, well, you know, what's the harm here? There's no possible harm this kid's song could do to our copyright. No one's ever going to hear it. Thank God he was wrong about that. And I have Card Walker and his lovely daughter Marnie to thank for being allowed to sing this song for you all and for all these years. So sing with me today. You guys too. You know. Christopher Robin now along their branches lit up by the moon. Looking up west to where the horizon disappear all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the woods. So come on, help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house that we're calling my one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. You got it. Breeze in the heart. Chase all the clouds in the sky. Chase the clouds away. Back to the edge of Christopher Robin. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do. Got a honey jar stuck on his nose. He came to me asking help and advice. From here, no know where it goes. So I sent to ask of the owl if he's there. I loosened the jar from the nose above it. Help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at the corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. One more time. Bees in the heart. Chase all the clouds from the sky. Chase the clouds away. To the edge of Christopher